Hey It's World, I am back with another video. Today is going to be a fun one. Melissa Adams Wade and I have become fast friends recently. We haven't met in person yet, but we are kind of like pen pals, We've exchanged a lot of messages throughout the day, so it's been kind of fun. Again, this is the beauty of this community, getting to meet like-minded people who have the same interests, but yet we have very different styles. I really enjoy watching her channel as she has all of these vibrant color bags that I for sure cannot pull off. Like, that would just look terrible on me. She's able to style her bags with like all of these different beautiful outfits. And Melissa, I think you need to do more styling videos, but that's just my opinion. The way I dress is very boring, so it's nice to get ideas from her channel. Plus, she's got a rockin' body, so anything really looks good on her, honestly. But we thought it would be really fun to do a roast of each other's bags since our styles are completely different. We took a look at each other's entire collection and picked out 3 to roast. I went back and forth with her. I'm like, you're too nice. You're gonna have a hard time with this. I told her that she needs to go ham on the 3 bags she picked of mine. Like, girl, be as ruthless and as savage as you possibly can, because at any opportunity I get, I jump at it. I have all this like pent up rage from my day job, so enough of me yapping away. Let's get right into it and see if I can make it through without laughing my ass off. First bag that I picked to roast here out of her collection, and her collection's beautiful, but this one was immediately caught my attention. As many of you know, I do not like camera bags. I used to, not anymore, just because of the functionalities of it, but that's not why I picked this bag. It's the stripes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but when I see this, immediately I think of 3 things. The first one, it's basically a prison bag to me. Like, those stripes remind me of those old school films where you see like the prisoners and they have like their prison uniform, and those are the stripes that you see. So it's just like, I don't want a prison bag, sorry. The other thing I was thinking of, it's like, oh, well, if it's not a prison uniform, then it looks like PJs. And I don't want my bag to look like PJs. Like, it's just those stripes. They could have done the stripes a little bit differently, make it thicker, make it, a different color. I don't know. It's just, this beige or cream color, or even like white. Well, maybe it started out as white. It says cream noir, so it may start as cream, but over the years with that cloth or fabric material, that's going to turn like yellowish, and that's going to turn into a dirty looking bag. The other thing that it also reminded me of is a pillowcase or a knapsack. And it's just, got the pretty YSL. Like, you can't even see the YSL logo on there. It gets blended into the stripes there. And then, of course, you got your typical tassel on the camera bags for Saint Laurent. It's just like, I don't really look at that anymore. When all my eyes are focusing on those stripes, I can't even see the YSL anymore. Not that it needs to be like blaring in your face or anything, but I don't even see the YSL. It just gets blended into it. So the other thing, like I was saying, it looks like a knapsack or a pillowcase. It's not even a pillowcase. It's like the inside, like without the pillowcase, it's like a prison pillowcase. That's what it is. It's like a prison pillowcase that you would hopefully be able to put a pillowcase over it, but you won't. But if you don't, you're in prison, right? You just get a striped pillow. So basically, Melissa, you're wearing a striped prison pillow. She's gonna hate me. Second bag I wanted to look at is the Bottega Veneta beige cane cassette shoulder bag. That is a mouthful. Not just Melissa might be hating me after this, but so many of you watching are probably gonna hate me. But when I see this bag, it looks like a napkin to me. I don't know. It's just like when I see, especially the suede one, not so much like the smooth leather one, but the suede one, when I see it, I'm just like, I want to be a complete little shithead and eat a whole entire bag of hot Cheetos. And then you know how your fingers turn orange? Like, that looks like a good place to wipe my fingers. And yeah, you're, a $5,000 bag. That's never going to come out. The other thing it makes me think of is the chain, because of the way it's structured. Obviously, this one's going to be much more pretty with the gold, but if you see those, movies where there's a scene where somebody gets drowned and they have a chain tied to like a cinder block. Obviously, this is a pretty cinder block, but it just, I don't know, my mind just goes there, right? It gets attached, some guy gets like tied up and they use this chain to wrap it around their leg, and then they throw them both into the ocean. That's what it reminds me of for some reason. I don't know why. The last thing it also reminds me of is a sponge. It looks like one of those sponges where, you know how like the shape, if you look at this, like it's a square, perfect shape for a dish sponge, where there's like the scrubby pad on the side. If this was green and yellow for some, I don't know if they make it in green or yellow, but if it's green and yellow, they would be the perfect sponge. And then the chain itself would just be like, hey, I'm gonna scrub my pans with this, and then if there's an extra crusty bit, I'm gonna use the chain to like get it off. Like, you know how when people have skillets or cast iron pans and they come with specific chain mail and you use the chain to like scrub off the crusty bits on the pan? That's what I think of. Oh my God. So again, this is all in good fun. If you are remotely entertained by this so far, do hit that like and subscribe button and let us know. I honestly can't wait to see what Melissa says about my bags. We actually don't know which bags each other picked. We send each other pictures and videos of 6 of our bags and ended up picking up 3 so that it would be a surprise. So definitely go watch her video next to see what bags she picked to roast. I'll link it for you in the show notes below, and of course at the end of this video. All right, the last bag is going to be the Louis Vuitton Monogram Utility Crossbody. What is this? This is just... there's so much going on. I don't understand. Even like not just this one, but even like the Pochette Accessoire, whatever it's called. There's like 3 bags and then a little thing that's a little coin pouch that hangs off of the strap. I really don't understand that. Like, why have 3 bags? Like, what's the point of that? I completely don't get it. This is obviously, like I said, not as bad, but for $3,300 retail, or on Fashion Files $2,620, is it a cosmetic case? Is it a travel case? It looks like, hey, I mean, I get it, like the whole vanity. I had a Dior vanity. It was a pain in the ass to use sometimes, but I did like that bag. But this one, it just puts it over the top. There's like 2 more pockets here and then another little pouch. Like, what are we supposed to put in there? Like coins, lip balms? Like, I don't, to me, I don't understand it, right? Okay, so this might not be a reference that all of you understand, but I did live for Asia for most of my life. And if you ever been to Asia and you go to like those night markets or just outdoor markets in general, or like the wet markets or whatever, all of the shop owners had these. They had a bunch of cash sticking out as they're selling vegetables, clothing, tchotchkes. Sometimes they even have a microphone yelling and demonstrating whatever the product that they're selling, whether it's a t-shirt or if it's like new thing, like and here in the States, we have infomercials. Everybody stays home, they go to grocery stores and they would watch infomercials. Like, that Chop It guy, he's got the microphone. And then over in Asia, it's a little bit different. People like to show up in person instead of watching infomercials. They show up to these, markets where they sell produce, but they also sell like chopsticks and like just, again, a bunch of random things that you get, it's like an in-live person infomercial. And like I said, all of them had this style of bag. Where they would be selling, they're yelling, they're whatever, and through their microphone, their loudspeaker, and they would keep coins on these front pouches as per customers, like little grandmas, would be buying stuff, and they would get the change out of the little pockets and then the larger bills from the back pocket. So basically, this is what that reminds me of. So why do you need that many pockets, and why does it need to stick out like that? So maybe another more relatable picture would be like some of the guys I think I've seen, not very often, but they do wear something like this when they're selling, hot dogs or beer at a football game. They would wear, pouches like this. They keep coins in the front and cash in the back, right? So that's totally not my vibe. And of course, me growing up in Asia, I see this bag, I cannot unsee like me, like I envision myself being the shop owners with the microphone and loudspeaker yelling like, come check out this new steamer that can steam your clothes as well as your shoes and whatever, like steam cleaner. Like that's what I think of. Okay, so that's all I've got. I really should stop there before she gets mad at me and defriends me and then block me. Comment down below what you think of these 3 bags I picked from her collection. Did I ruin the bag for you? And if you have this bag, are you mad at me? If so, I'm sorry. Am I though? I don't know. Go check out Melissa's video next as we keep this roast going. I'll see you all next time.